Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining. If you're new, my name is Rachel, and this is my reaction to the Alan's jokes on religion. So, without wasting much time, let's dive in.
There's a fellow walking into a bar, and standing outside is a nun. And she looks at him and she says, "Before you enter this den of iniquity, think of your mother and your father." He said, "They're dead. They're dead in heaven." She said, "Well, think of the damage the alcohol is going to do to your brain." What? What are you talking about? Have you ever had a drink? And the nun says, "No." He said, "Well, how the hell can you stand there talking about it and saying drink is going to do damage to your brain if you've never had it?" I'll tell you what, I'll go in, get you a drink, bring it out, give it to you, you drink it. If you don't like it, then you can talk about it. But don't talk about things you've never experienced. What'll you have? And the nun says, "I don't know." "What do ladies generally drink?" He says, "Gin." She says, "All right, I'll have a gin. But get it in a cup so nobody will notice." The fellow goes into the bar and he says, "Give us a pint of beer and a double gin in a cup." And the fellow says, "Is that bloody nun out there again?"
The Pope, discussing the existence of God with an out-and-out atheist, starts off very correctly, discussion, and as the hours go by, it gets more and more heated, and eventually the Pope turns to the man and he said, "The mom! Get the mom! And you, come here. You are like a man who is totally blindfolded in a dark room looking for a black cat that is not there." The fellow said, "With all respect, Your Holiness, I think there's great similarity between us both." He said, "What do you mean, similarity?" He said, "Well, as far as I'm concerned, you are like a man who is blindfolded in a totally dark room looking for a black cat that isn't there. The only difference is that you found it." Get a nun, gets up in the morning and leaves and walks down the corridor. And another nun looks at her and says, it's a difficult thing to say, another nun, and says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And she goes on down, and another nun says, "You got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning." And this happens 15 times, and by then she's livid, and she meets the Mother Superior. And the Mother Superior is just about to open her mouth, and the sister says, "Don't tell me that I got out of the wrong side of the bed this morning!" And the Mother Superior said, "I wasn't going to say that. I was just going to say, what are you doing with the bishop's shoes on?"
Hold on. Is this a war against the Catholic Church? Mr. Dave, please answer me because I am not understanding.
I am what you might call a practicing atheist. I'm quite happy to be an atheist because I think actually God likes atheists better. We never ask him for anything. We're not bothering him all the time saying, "Oh God, please help me, I want this thing." And as a practicing atheist, there's certain things that I travel around the world, and no matter where I go, somebody called Gideon leaves me this book to read. It's an Irish book because it says it all began at the beginning. There are certain things that, when I read the Bible, and I do read the Bible, that I find difficult to understand. I mean, if God has been there forever, what was he doing before he got born? I mean, what was he out there doing? Was he sitting there going, bored today, what'll I do? I mean, suddenly from nowhere, he suddenly decided to create a world. I'll make a world, that's all. Make a world, that's what I'll do. Rivers, seas, boom, mountains, boom, everything's
And
there.
that was a garden.
I want a garden. I'd like a nice garden. Whack! Garden bee. Hate gardening. Need a garden. Ah, gardener, spit and dust. Adam. Hey! And he, Adam, never once says, where in the name of God did I come from? I mean, he's 40 years of age. He has no child, he has no recall. He doesn't say, how did I get here? But he's quite happy. He just kind of trundles around the garden, working away. And God is looking at him. And he sees that Adam is happy. I didn't put him there to be happy. I'll put a stop to that. And God, during the night, sneaks down like a thief and steals, doesn't ask, doesn't request, steals it. His rib. And from his rib, he makes woman. And Adam wakes up in the morning, he's a real thickie. He's lying there, and there's somebody else, he doesn't say, where did you come from? How did you get here? Where did you get those lumps?
I've got no words for him.
Just goes out and goes gardening. And God comes down and has a conversation with Eve and tells her that she can eat of any fruit in the tree in the whole garden with the exception of one fruit tree. He's talking to a woman. He actually tells her not to eat of the fruit. And then when she said, which tree can't I? He said, that one over there. He points it out to her. And when he goes and hides, and she sneaks up to the tree, and a snake comes down and has a conversation. A snake. Now, if I see a snake, I'll back off. One starts talking, I'll crap myself. And the snake actually convinces her to eat the apple. And she eats the apple. And when she eats the apple, she learns shame. That's what happens when you eat apples. Now, she's not ashamed that she's disobeyed God or that she's eaten the apple. She's ashamed of one part of her body. That's all. She becomes ashamed of that area of the body. Now, why that area? Why not her elbow? Her nose. Do you actually realize
Everybody, not
that
just
Eve had
women.
been ashamed of her nose?
But I
Every woman in the
mean,
world now would be ashamed of your noses. You'd all be sitting here tonight with little nose knickers on. Men,
this man is a clown. I did a separate video talking about this Adam and Eve talk. He did his joke about Adam and Eve. And I said, before now, there was no enmity between a man and the serpent. It was after the incident that God put that enmity between man and serpent. So before the events, before the disobedience, there was nothing like, oh, when you see the serpent, you run away, or the serpent is going to bite you or whatever, harm you. But immediately Adam and Eve fell, immediately Eve ate the fruit first, and God came to them and approached them, and they were trying to make excuses. Oh, Adam said, oh, it's the woman that you gave me that caused them. There was that enmity between man. God put that enmity between man and the serpent, and that is why today, when you see the serpent, you swim off, and when the serpent sees man, it takes race. Okay. Then again, why not cover the face? The face is open, it's in the open area, but this is called the private part for a reason. That is why they gained the consciousness of the fact that they were naked, that there is a part of their body that is meant to be covered and not the face. The face is not private, it is your center of attraction. I don't know how to put it, but recognition. The face is what makes people, recognize you. There is no way that Eve would have become ashamed of her nose, because there is nothing special about the nose to be ashamed of. There is nothing about the nose to be ashamed of. Okay, they became aware that they were naked, and that is why they had to cover the parts of their body that is supposed to be covered. Okay, yes. So yes. Can we go ahead?
I would be in nightclubs watching
go
totally
ahead.
naked ladies with G-strings on the nose. Take them off! Oh, I saw a nose! And this is the book. This is the book that you'll go into court and
The
place
Holy
your hands on
Bible.
and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. The first funeral I ever went to, and believe me, this is true, I was 6 years of age. And as they lowered the box into the ground, the priest said, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost." And I, for years, used to bless myself and say, "In the name of the Father, and the Son, and into the Holy Ghost." One final custom that we have in Ireland regarding death and a funeral is that only one person who is buried in a graveyard can go to heaven.
I don't understand.
Which basically means if two people are buried in the same graveyard on the same day, the last one in
No.
has got to wait till tomorrow. So can you imagine what would happen if one funeral met another funeral going to the same graveyard?
Hey God. No one's gonna get them first. The other people should start running. What is this, you guys? This made my day. This is about the funniest thing I've seen in a long while. Game over. It's game over for the other group. Oh wow, no way. What the hell? What is going on here? After all the struggles.
Little fella dies and goes to heaven, and St. Peter said, would you like to have a look around heaven? And the fellow, yeah, I would, actually. So they're looking around heaven. And he said, who are those people over there? He said, oh, they are the Muslims. They are Muslims there. And over there we have the Jewish people. And yeah, these are Anglicans and Hindus, Baptists. He said, why do you have this big wall here? He said, behind the wall, you see, we have the Catholics. He said, why do you have the Catholics behind the wall? He said, shh. They like to think that they're the only ones here.
I was waiting for him to call for us finally. Because by the way, I am a Catholic. Oh my god, this made my day really. But thinking about this funeral thing, the last time I was in the cemetery that I went for a funeral, there were people inside and we had to wait outside for them to finish before we can go in because there's just one service, one church. I don't want to call it a church, worship center. Okay, so there is just one worship center there. You have to you hold your service with your group, your family, your friends, and you go. While another group comes in and have the same ritual, burial rites, and all. So I think that is why people wait, not like they can't have it simultaneously or that you can't go to heaven. I feel it is because of space. Like in the local cemetery where I live here in Nigeria, there's just one service building, one yes, worship center. So you have to wait because you're not part of them. You don't know the family, you don't know the people. You can't just go and join them. I think that makes sense that you wait for them to finish whatever they have to do before you can go in, right? Yes, that is what I think. If there is something else that makes people wait, you can let us know in the comment section. But I am definitely not taking this. This man, he is a clown. Like, who is he? Okay, I love the way that he's talking about this with authority. It means that he knows the Bible, okay? Even more than some Christians. So it is now left for you as a Christian to study the Bible so that you don't get confused, you don't get lost when you listen to things like this, to stuff like this, okay? So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Kindly subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you all in another one. Bye, guys.